see here. How's it going? I don't want to hear myself like that. It doesn't need to be that loud. First of all, if anyone comes in here, you should let me know if you can even hear that screen. Because I don't think that I know how to share. Okay. So if anybody wanted to know how I edit my videos or what program I use, and now's the time to learn, because I wanted to go live and I also needed to get my members' first video done. So I figured we can do two things at once. And if anyone shows up, cool. If not, cool. Then you can catch it on the replay. I know this probably isn't going to be the most entertaining thing for some people, but I'm trying to make a video here. So we'll see. Oh, hey, what's up, Ace? See, I'm procrastinating by doing a live stream, but I'm also working while doing a live stream because this is for my members' first video. So I have to get this out on Monday, so it goes up for everyone on Thursday. And I fell asleep way too early on Saturday, and it put me behind. So I got to juggle so many different things. So if I'm not very talkative, it's because my brain is working. So yeah, hopefully this is interesting or entertaining for some people, because yeah, this is the tedious part of being a YouTuber if you do your own editing. But I find it fun. So it's not terrible for me. Let me know if you can hear this. Well, I already went to work today, so like I need a second job, I think, just to kill time. And make more money, obviously. But God, see, I gotta be careful because I gotta click two different screens to deal with the different stuff. So let me make sure I don't fuck up my video, you know? Oh, you can hear me my editing? That's interesting. What's up, Shane? I'm trying to make it so you can't hear it, but I can hear it because I don't want y'all to hear me talking while I'm talking. I feel like that would be kind of shitty. Oops. Oh, I did do that, so I need to save that. Well, I don't need to save it, but I need to go back to that. All that being said. Oh shit! What did I just do? Let's undo that because I don't know what the fuck I just did. What was that? Oh, apparently I didn't do anything. That's good. We'll just go back here. I was trying to clip, not do what I did. There we go. I should probably be wearing my glasses while I'm doing this, but you know me. Ever the rebel. All right, cool. I love that. I love that. I love the energy, Riley. Keep it going. All right, we're going to get all of these clips in here at once because I'm lazy. Oh, I need to... And, you know, do I need to do all these edits and all these jump cuts and all this stuff to different parts? No. But when it comes to cuts and edits and all that stuff, that keeps people's attentions rather than just having the box there and reading it off. So when I do something like this that I'm doing right now, um, it just gives it a little bit more of that. At least I think so. Um, and then if someone is harder of seeing or whatever, if I zoom in, they can read it themselves to know that I'm not lying to them, you know. So yeah, that's my reasoning behind doing these little jump cuts on the box and stuff. Well, I'm glad it's fun to watch because sometimes it's not fun to do. And yesterday I got through filming most of the video and I got to comparison point and it was like 8:30 and I had to be up at 1:15 today to be at work at 3. So I was like, oh, it's 8:30, 9 o'clock. I need to stop filming this video and go the fuck to sleep. So, I went to bed. It was like 10 o'clock at that point. So I slept for about 3 hours and I didn't finish this video. So I went to work. I finished filming this video and now I have to edit it and put it up for my members. Well, thank you, Shane. And your videos are good. And if you want any criticism, like constructive, not criticism, if you want any constructive criticism or any help, just you can ask me in here or you can ask me on Instagram. I know sometimes the beginning of your videos are a little bit quiet. I would say, I know you use your phone, but there are wireless microphones for phones that are pretty cheap. So that's the only thing I would say that you can improve on from watching your videos. Everything else comes with time. It comes with finding your own style. So there's a little constructive criticism, and it's not even criticism. It's just, hey, maybe get a wireless microphone for your cell phone if that's what you're filming with, because in that garage it's such an open space. The acoustics bounce all over the place, and you sound muffled in the beginning. Not so much when you're up closer to the figures, but just on your intros. And that might solve the problem too. Just a little hint, because sometimes my audio is fucked up, and another thing is when you're editing videos, I don't know what you use to edit, Shane. I don't know if you use your phone, but with DaVinci, so see, I have this segment clipped right here, so I can go into audio and I can literally boost just that singular clip and not have to fuck with anything else. So let me see. Oh, is my microphone not working? I was talking about sound and my sound's not working. It's probably, I need to move it over and I need to tilt it towards me. Yeah, I'm editing my member's first video, roughshod. So I need to get it out. So let me fix the volume on that. So, if depending on what you're using, Shane, depending on what you're using to edit, you can just, without using a microphone, you can just turn up the volume on your video. Will it always sound great? No, but it's just an easier way of dealing with that. CapCut. Okay, so use CapCut. I've only used CapCut for making short stop motion stuff, so I'm not that familiar with CapCut. But I would say check if there's the DaVinci Resolve app. You can figure it out just from watching me, how simple it is. So, all right, let me get back into this and not. Because a good editing program is your best friend. I would definitely say. Yeah, no problem at all. I am here to help, and your videos are great. So don't think that you're not improving, you're not doing better. Every video that you do, you get better. Go back, seriously, anyone, go back and watch some of my earliest videos. They ain't shit. And the more time you take, also, the more you're gonna get out of the video. Because And sometimes I do the dumb thing and I speed through and edit. And I'm trying to do a lot less of that. I'm trying to take my time and really let the review breathe instead of just trying to just cram it down. Cram it, be done is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to give it some air, which is why I didn't want to rush through filming and get sloppy. And I was putting, oh, look at that. We've got that. Sometimes when I'm doing this and I slide that clip, I have to cut out the space in between because it won't move it over. But apparently today, DaVinci is being nice to me. Yeah, there's a lot of programs out there and a lot of them are overly complicated. Like you can even key green screen. Not even green screen, you can key out a background with this and just put anything back there. My girlfriend did that. I still haven't been able to do it because she watched a video and someone was explaining I don't learn that way. I have to fucking do it. So I can't have you have to do this and click this and blah blah blah. I have to do it. So that's just how my brain works. What's up, Robert? So you had to splice the strips together, huh? The old school way. Mother-in-law got knee surgery this morning. Virgo got the pleasure of hospital sitting while I get to clean. Hey, that's great. She takes care of mom, you take care of the house, everyone's happy, right? I'm glad there's people watching this. I didn't think anyone would want to watch this because, by the way, my lighting in my videos now looks so much better now that I have 5-point lighting. That's another thing. Lighting can make or kill a video, and some of my videos I'm really unhappy with, like especially my most recent Spider-Man videos, my Miles Morales and Maximum Spider-Man. I was so pissed off by how shitty the lighting looked on some parts, and it really, really made me want to do better with lighting. So I bought that $10 cube light from Amazon, and it's really cool. Oh fuck! You know what I forgot to do? I have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back, y'all. All right, we'll go back here. I'm not here. Oh, I talked a fucking lot. I got a big mouth sometimes in the beginning of the videos. All right, let me see. I forgot about this stuff that I need to put in here. So, where is? Here we go. All right. Spoiler for Force Unleashed, everybody. I'm about to spoil that shit for you. And I need to credit the person in the video, so I gotta make sure I figure out where I got that clip from, but I don't want that on my video. Where's Shakti? I thought she was supposed to die. Come on. Oh, did I already cut out that part? Oops. Oops. I fucked up. See, sometimes you mess up. I don't know why I just continued my fuck up instead of undoing my cut. All right, now where is Shakti's death? We need to find that here. Oh, there we go. Cut. Yeah, so like, Robert, that's the joke. I have a bunch of clips of Shakti dying for this video. So, what's up, Bobby? That's the joke. I have a bunch of Shakti deaths. And yeah, this game was dope. I remember playing this. I went to Toys R Us. Yeah, Luminary Undully is going to be next week because I had Leia vote in my live stream last night because she was the only one that wanted to participate. I had her vote, so she decided I was going to do Shakti. So I'm doing Shakti, and then next week my members first is Luminary Undully. Yeah, they just love to kill Shakti. I don't know what it is. Maybe because she's super hot. They're like, you're too hot to be alive, bitch. Off you go to the force. Um, and I have to turn this up because the audio is very quiet. And there she goes. Well, he didn't really kill her. She killed herself. Okay, let's go from here. We don't need all of it. All right. Great game. Second one, not so much. I mean, the gameplay was fun. The gameplay was awesome. And also, if you didn't know, Sam Witwer, who played Galen Merrick, Starkiller, is also the voice of Darth Maul in Clone Wars and Rebels and all that stuff. He's a very pretty man. He was also in the American version of Being Human. And he was in the first episode of The Walking Dead on AMC as a corpse / zombie. So there's some Sam Witwer facts for you. God, my nose is itchy. I was sneezing all morning. Oh, sorry. And then she dead because she fell into whatever that was. All right, so I put that clip in there. And then what I got to do... Oh, shit. Okay, good. I didn't fuck it up. I thought I fucked up. See, there's a lot of shit that goes into my videos, y'all. There's a lot of effort. So I don't want this on there because that's just stock footage and they put a watermark on it. So that's how I fix that problem, because static is cool when you're switching stuff out. In fact, it doesn't even need to be that long. What was that? Bonovo? Is that what it is? They don't fucking need my attribution. They've got so much money. Oh yeah, he was also Doomsday in Smallville. I love Smallville, but they did Doomsday all right, I guess. Yeah, but none of them matter because it's not canon. Oh, I didn't know he was in that movie. The movie, it's a good movie, but God, that ending is a bummer. All right, get this shit going. Open window on this side. Star Wars Black Series. Top of the What's up, Kaiju Kitty? How's it going? Just editing. Yes, think was one of the army dudes. So he was just a kind of a background character in that movie. That makes sense. But yeah, I like Sam Witwer. He's great. He's great. Did he play the vampire? Yeah, he played the vampire in Being Human, of course, because he's got that chiseled jawline. That's what vampires look like, right? They gotta look like that. All right, where was I at? Oh yeah, I just made the joke about her dying, so let's put another death. Let's put another death in here. Here we go. Spoilers. Bad Batch spoilers. But this is season 1, so, and it doesn't really spoil anything other than Shakti is fucking dead. Yes, that's Shakti's body. So this is her canon death right here. Order 66 got her. Order 66 got her. Is there a problem? I don't know. What do you have against Shakti? Do you just hate hot alien ladies? Is that what it is? Oh, I forgot to put... All right, so to circumvent having all that trouble, I can just copy this, put it here. As you can see, I'm an editing master, so don't ever doubt my skills, y'all. If I say I'm going to get something done and edited, God, my nose is so Itchy. I've already got you covered. Don't you worry about that.
General Grievous was defeated on Utapau.
So yeah, Shakti died like right at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Or right in the middle of Revenge of the Sith. Because that was the General Grievous on Utapau. But I don't need that much of the chip in here. I just need this. Because the only exposition we like is sexposition. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But, you know. Game of Thrones and sexposition. Is there a problem, bro? You got a problem with us killing some Jedi, my guy? Jedi scum, you know? Alright, now I need this back because I think I tore the box open. Let me make sure. Yeah. Yeah, here. I think right here is where I start. Yeah, look at that. That total recall of my memory. Do you guys like it better with me on the green screen in the intros and outros? I feel like it's a lot more convenient for me rather than moving my camera every time to film in front of my, this is also green screen, to film in front of my actual Marvel Legends, because this makes it so much easier for me. And I can change the background to fit the video. I don't know. I just need a better web camera. I need a 4K webcam. And I guess I need to learn how to use OBS, at least for this part. OBS, not OBS. I know some people say OBS, but they get laughed at. So OBS. Well, we can just do this part because I got her out of the box. I don't need all the fiddle diddle. Okay. Delete that. I mean, but sometimes the hard way looks better. But I also like that I can sit there because what I do is I'll film the box, like here's the box, here's the blah blah blah, and then I will come to the computer so that I don't have to run back and forth. I will do the intro with the box. I will open it on the camera on the computer, and then I will do my outro, and I'll have to clip that like I've been doing. And it seems to be a lot easier for me because sometimes I forget to turn my audio back on in there, and I'll have to refilm the intro and outro anyway. Yes, it does, Smudge Customs. I've been up since 1:15 because I had to go to work. And now I'm doing more work for the channel's members because subscribers won't see this video until Thursday, but you guys are getting a sneak preview. All 7 of you in here right now are going to get a sneak preview of the members only video, which I think is pretty cool. All right, where was I at? She's still in the box. Excuse me. I burped. Now she's going to be out of the box. Out of the box. If y'all remember that show, you're my people. Probably too young for most of y'all. All right. All right. So here is Shakti out of the box. The good thing about StreamYard is it does the green screen for you. They have virtual backgrounds. Me having a green screen behind me just helps. But OBS is apparently pretty simple for green screen. So look into that. Well, I guess you guys aren't hearing everything because I'm fast forwarding and stuff. So not all the allure is gone, right? Oh, too much. Whoa. Whoa, I fucked that up. I don't know what is happening. Oh, it's just a really old video is the problem. See, Shane, I told you. I got this shit in here. Genndy Tarkovsky Clone Wars. Shakti, why do they do you so dirty, girl? Probably one of my favorite Jedi. Other than Ade Galea, who Black Series really needs to make a figure of. She was my favorite female Jedi, and then they killed her off. Other than Ahsoka, obviously. Ahsoka's my favorite. And then they killed her off. Savage Press actually had the honor of killing Ade Galea, and she didn't get a lot in the canon Star Wars, like what is considered canon now. But there are these Star Wars books called Jedi Apprentice, and it was about Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and there was a lot of Ade Galea in there. I believe she was a Padawan at the same time as Obi-Wan, and they like trained together and went on missions like Qui-Gon and her master. So there was quite a bit of Ade Galea, and they did keep that bond between Ade and Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars because obviously he was devastated when Savage Opress killed her. So in my mind, those Jedi Apprentice books are canon because we get to see the fruit of that labor in the Clone Wars because Obi-Wan and Ade are really tight. So, well, no, you're right. She's not a Jedi. She's a gray Jedi. She's a former Jedi. She's a Force user, but she was a Jedi, Padawan. She's my favorite female Force user, I should say. So Shakti is my favorite female Jedi. There you go, Smudge Customs. Other than Ade Galea. Sorry, Ade Galea is my favorite. Thanks for tuning in, Robert. I know it's not the most exciting of live streams, but when I'm done, we can just talk for a little bit. Because I ain't got nothing better to do. Yeah, we're already 8 minutes, so my videos have been getting longer too, and I feel like that's good. I feel like that's a good thing. If your videos are getting longer, that means you're putting more effort and you're talking more about the subject matter, etc., etc. So, I think it's a good thing. But we're almost done with editing this, so that's good at least. Here she is with Ahsoka, another Choguda, and Anakin Skywalker. So y'all can hear my video, the one I'm editing. I wasn't sure if that was clarified or not, because I'm not really sure how StreamYard does screen sharing. I don't know if it picks up the volume. I don't know if it's supposed to pick up the volume or whatever. But there's me talking about Ade again. You can see how much I care about that character and want a figure of her. And in the episode 1, the retro card figure, she actually had a purple lightsaber too. And then they took that away. And in the Jedi Padawan books, I believe, even as a Padawan, she had a purple lightsaber. And then Attack of the Clones came out, and they kind of did away with every other purple lightsaber for Samuel motherfucking Jackson, which is totally fine because he deserves it. He fucking deserves it. If the man wants to be the only one with the purple lightsaber, give it to him. All right. Now we've got one more clip, which is from the Clone Wars. Fuck. Is it this one? Yeah. Yes, of course Sam Jackson gets what he wants. He deserves it, like I said. Did it not do that? It didn't. I guess I gotta find another one. All right, copy. Paste. And complete. Believe it or not, it was hard to find Shakti clips from the Clone Wars. I don't know why. She wasn't in a whole lot of it, but
Yes.
serve with top?
Yes.
Well, okay, wait, hold on. Edit, undo, edit, undo.
Pause the verse.
And clip it here.
Serve with top?
There you go.
Yes.
You must come with me.
With all due respect, General, I can't just abandon him now.
You must let the doctors do their work.
Rest in peace,
Do not be
Fives.
afraid. Your friend is in quite capable hands. Dr. Nala Say is
Rest
a
in peace,
genetic
Fives.
scientist on Kamina. She was one of the primary engineers of all the clones.
Yeah, probably because they just were gonna freaking kill her off screen in the Bad Batch. Poor Shock Team. Why do they hate her so? All right, now we go to the outro part, which is right here. So with all that being said, y'all. Whoa, she's so blurry. Oh gosh, what a cool figure. She's really pretty. Hi, Max. This is DaVinci Resolve, the best editing program that's out there. It's what I use for all of my videos. See, there's my mic not picking up my voice. We'll just cut out that part through the magic of editing. And they're hidden, so I'm not going to argue about it. But unlike those fingers, how's it going, Max? How's your day going? By the way, everyone, go to subscribe to Max, please. Actually, not please. I'm demanding it. If you're in here and you're not subscribed to Maximilian Tucker, then we're going to have a problem. I know most of y'all are, but if you're just watching this and you're not in the chat, DaVinci Resolve is free, Max. It's a free program. I love it too. I hope that shows in this. I enjoy it. I enjoy making my videos good, in my opinion. But, sorry, I have to make sure. And as much as people love who texted me, stuff, I think Team Groot are. So I was already biased about Shock and all that stuff. Like they're Seku, what those are called. There I am doing a history lesson. And it's such a great figure. If you guys like this video, smash like, hit subscribe if you're not. If you guys like this. By the way, Max, you'll get to see this first. Kaiju, you'll get to see this when it goes up. I'm gonna upload it as soon as I finish. Very nice. Very nicely painted. Such a great figure. If you guys like this video, smash like, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Become a channel member so you get to see things like this. Oh no. That's not good, Max. Well, yeah, we're all glad you're feeling better. That's never fun. That is never fun. I don't really get sick, but when I do, I get fucking sick. So, I got it. Early before just regular subscribers, still special channel members. You guys are my rowdy rascals. You get an official title. Channel members. Rascals, but you get to officially call yourself rascals. So yeah, do all that stuff. Like, subscribe. So yeah, do all that stuff. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you have this figure. If you played The Force Unleashed. Hi. Yeah, have you guys done that stuff? How's your day going? Have you played The Force Unleashed? What are the winning lottery ticket numbers? Let me know. Let me know. How your day is going? Just say, hey, I love you. Keep your head up, stay brave. Be kind to your local LGBTQ community. Check out the giveaways. See you next time, and bye. I forgot to say I love you, but I love y'all. And I really think it's really important that I always say that at the end of my videos. Be kind to your local LGBT community. And that doesn't mean go out of your way. It just means be kind, be nice. And that goes for anyone, but especially right now. If you know someone who's queer or, questioning or just not sure, just give them all the love and support they need, because scary times right now, y'all. And that's a big part of my community is all my queer friends that watch my content. So like, it's important to me, and I say it every time. I didn't start saying it until after November, but I thought, especially then, it was really important to say. After last year's election, it's just look how flattering that still is of my face. I would hope so, Max, because I'm the only one out here, at least as far as I know. I don't want to out anybody, but there's a big Power Rangers subscriber that I found out is also in the same boat as me. Not subscriber, big Power Rangers YouTuber. And I was like, oh shit. And they actually subscribed to me. So that's really cool. And I've seen some really hateful comments for no reason. People are talking about toys and shit, and then just people make some offhanded comments. So I don't go into a lot of places I used to go in as often. But talking to the people that run that shit, it's a very different story. I don't know. I got it figured out on my phone and pay for Pro. And they want another 25, another 7 to be able to use Clipster. What is this? CapCut? Yeah, you need to use DaVinci. Everyone needs to use DaVinci. Yeah, and that's why I do it, because some people need to fucking hear that. And some people need to do that. Some people need to think and take a couple seconds, be like, hey, why am I just being an asshole for someone having a different walk of life than me? Because that's what shitty people do. And I'm not saying I've not judged people for things they can't control before, because we've all been shitty people at some points in our lives. But the thing is, you have to try to do better. Because if you don't do better and you become stagnant, people see that. People see how miserable you are, and you will be miserable. You will die alone if you're that type of person. It's just how it is. If you're a miserable piece of shit, people are going to treat you like a miserable piece of shit. So, wait for it. Because I gotta flex the guns, Keep doing it. I gotta flex the guns. Sorry. The members appreciate it. I know they do. We all love a muscle mommy here, right? Shout out to muscle mommies. All right, so we did that. I know I don't need that. I need to paste this, and then I need to put my photos in. And I need to this is the thing I've changed recently in my videos, and I hope that it brings up their attention for my photography, because I'm proud of my pictures. They're not always so great, but sometimes, like, I took a couple of good photos in here. Sometimes I do a good job, and I want people to watch them. And if they're not seeing them on my Instagram, the only place they'll see them is my videos. And I put them at the end, so I'm not shoving them in people's face. But this, I think, will help with retention. This is what I've been doing my last couple of videos. So I got them all done on there, and then I do dynamic zoom. And then when you play it, your image isn't static. And then to keep it even less boring, you go clip by clip, and you can swap. So this one, for instance, will zoom in while that one was zooming out. Abby! Hold on, we got a clip for that.
But why?
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys!
For re-upping your Rascals membership, because I know you got gifted one. I appreciate it. This video is going up right after I finish editing it, so I don't know what just happened. I think I crashed. There I am. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, I appreciate it, Abby. I do appreciate it. And if your membership runs out and you were gifted a membership, please follow Abby's suit, because I guarantee y'all, you don't want to miss this interview coming up on May 31st, and it's going to be locked for members when it's live. I'm going to put it for everyone after. But displaying model behavior is coming on this small little channel for me to interview him. So I don't know why my video is lagging and stuff. Because Abi's got a heart of gold. That's why. And 99 cents is chump change to a big baller who had 2 titles yesterday. Now he has 1. He still has 1 title, like Abi. So you know, Abi's always getting the good shit, including the Rowdy Rascals membership, because that counts as good shit. But yeah, this I feel like it helps with the retention on photography. I would hope, because I like when people look at my pictures because I work hard on them. I was a vendor and I sold 2 championships yesterday. Well, there you go. That's one way to look at it, Avi. That is definitely one way to look at it. And then there's a bunch of Jedi together. I really like this picture. I think this picture is going to be my thumbnail. What do y'all think? She looks pretty. She looks serene. She's got her lightsaber on her hilt. I think this is thumbnail material. What about y'all? All right, and then we put the music at the end. Now, which song are we using? We're gonna use my main theme song, because I'm tired of dealing with copyright shit when I'm using supposedly royalty-free music, and I have to go through and re-edit some shit. So we're just gonna use my classic audio. Delete the excess, go to exports, set it up for YouTube, set it up for 4K, 3840 by 2160. Attack. What should I title this video? I will keep that in mind, but I would say if you want to know what lighting should look like, go check out D Amazing's lighting video. I'm gonna plug him, because my lighting ain't shit compared. I have 5 points now, and I actually Smudge, my live stream last night, my Kickstarter spawn, I think around maybe 30-45 minutes, maybe 25-30 minutes, I showed what my lighting setup looks like actually. So if you did want to see what I did, and I can do a video if you really want me to. But firstly, check out D Amazing, and then go check out my Kickstarter spawn, and just you don't have to watch the whole thing. I did like a live review of that figure, so that's what that live stream is. And then I also did 2 Ghost Riders and some other stuff, and I got a clip. Oh, I can't. I'm sorry. Just go look at all my new stuff, and if you really want me to do a whole dedicated video for lighting, I will do it. Shock T really gets the crap end of the stick, but not with this figure. I can't type for shit. I think that's a catchy title, right? Shock T really gets the crap end of the stick, but not with this figure, because I really like her. I think Hasbro's been doing a really good job with their last wave of Black Series. Save that. I need to delete all these renders. How do I clear all? All right, clear all. Add to render queue. Render all. Now, usually my renders are lightning fast, but because I'm streaming, I feel like it's gonna slog me down. There was some toy news that I saw that I wanted to talk about. Oh, okay. I know what it was. So Marvel Legends, I am working on a PC, Max. I'm working on a PC. Marvel Legends has a stream May 30th. So also when Dave comes on from Displaying Model Behavior, comes on May 31st, we're going to touch on that live stream as well. It's going to be an interview like the one with The Amazing, like the one with A.O. Frankie. The Amazing is for everyone. A.O. Frankie, that's members only. It was open for everyone. Well, it was opposite of Dave. because I wanted him to get the I didn't care if you remember for that video. I wanted Frankie to be the center of attention. I wanted him to get new subscribers, and they wouldn't be a subscriber and see his stuff if you weren't a channel member. So I made that live stream free for everyone. But Dave's video, no. That's not a freebie. I think we have like 50 something members right now. So I'm hoping that when people see that DMB is live, they hop their butt on over, pay the 99 cents, and we get y'all leave Frankie alone with his chair. And yes, Smudge, Frankie told me that you would like to come on once you get your setup figured out. So once you do, just message me on Instagram and we will work out a time to get you on. And also Abby and Max, I'm gonna have y'all on separately as well. I wanted, even if, like, I know that Max and Talib are your co-hosts, and I'm gonna get Talib on here separately as well, but I want to have people on to talk to them one-on-one. And I think that my members only stream is a good platform for that, for the most part. Just because, I don't know, but I've been told I do a good job on interviews, so I want to do a lot more interviews. And like, if I'm having you on my stream, the first and foremost thing that's going to happen is I'm going to ask you a bunch of shit. It's not going to be about me. We'll talk about toys, we'll talk about pickups, but primarily I'm going to sit here and listen after I ask you a question, and you're going to tell me in the chat a bunch of shit. No, yeah, Frankie was on Saturday, Max. It was great. It was a great show. It is on a Saturday. It is on Saturday, May 31st. So hopefully you'll be able to make it, Shane. I know you're also a channel member of Dave. God, I love that man. He's such a positive. Like, he's the complete opposite of me. If someone's talking shit on my comments, or like sending me a rude message, I'll be a fucking asshole to them. But Dave will just be like super nice and not even condescending, just be super nice. I'm like, how are you such a saint, even when people are being an asshole to you? So that's one of the things I'm gonna ask him. How are you so fucking positive, Dave? What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm not gonna ask him that because I appreciate his positivity. Frankie's chair left him. Yeah, he stood up on it and he did some sexy poses, and the chair was like, I'm out. Guts to go. Guts to go. Facts. That's factually what happened. The chair is sentient. Let's see what Smudge said. Oh, for sure. And Frankie's my boy. It's my occupational duty to never let him forget his chair incident that I did not start. Gotta remind him. See, I was in the stream and I missed that. I must have tuned in after that happened, or like popped out for a second, because I don't remember the phone, or not the phone, the chair thing. I say phone because I just saw Smudge talking about phone. Video's still rendering. Let's go. You know, today's Monday, and I figure there may be, I think there's some Mofex pre-orders going up at 1 o'clock. Where am? All right, I'm just gonna move this. I'm gonna move this over here. Computering is hard. He went full Megan Fox, huh? Full Megan Fox. No, it's not 1 o'clock yet. It is only 12:20. So those pre-orders aren't up. But I'm pretty sure that today at 1 o'clock, there's a Mofex Berserker, which is the Keanu Reeves comic, and Todd McFarlane is charging $50 for his really shitty proportioned one that doesn't look like Keanu Reeves except for like one of the face sculpts with a bunch of weapons. What's up, Talib? How's it going? You missed my editing. Now we're just talking. Where was that? He should do stand up. But Max, make sure you go back and watch the Frankie stream because it was great. It was a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure we're gonna try to have like a get together once a month and just talk about shit because We like a lot of the same stuff. It was funny. We like we wanted to do a movie stream and a music stream, just talking about dumbass movies and then music that we like and all that stuff. So I think we'll get that arranged at some point. And like I said, we will get Max on here. We'll get you on here too, Shane, at some point for a one-on-one. We'll get Abby on here and we'll get Talib on here. Fuck it, we'll even get Kaiju on here. I'm not trying to copy Thursday with a Friend or Punk with Toys or anything like that. I want to know more about my peoples, you know? I want to know more about y'all. I want to get into your brains, pick why you collect, what it is that you know makes you tick, and what you want to do in the future, you know? So I know all of us are busy, but we can all work it out. Well, so Saturday, so Dave is in England. So he's 5 hours ahead of us. So it's going to be at 1 p.m. on Saturday, the displaying model behavior stream. So it's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so my time zone, which will be 6 p.m. Blighty, England time. I don't know why I always say it like that, but that's where he lives, Blighty, England. So 1 p.m. May 31st is displaying rowdy behavior, the displaying model behavior interview on Rowdy Riles channel. So please do, because I need to make another community spotlight video. Please, everyone who has like drawings or anything they want me to spotlight, photography, custom figures, painted figures, what the fuck ever. I'd like to spotlight my community. So send it to either my Instagram or send it to my work email, my official business email, which is right here. Also, I like my new profile picture. It's more professional. It's not just a selfie. It's like a logo, kind of. I wanted to keep my face in it. I don't know. Call me egotistical or whatever. It is the Lord's time zone. And by the Lord, I mean the Lordess, which is me. Because the world revolves around me. Just kidding. But yeah, Eastern time zone. East Coast, Best Coast. 757 represent. East side. Sorry. Don't want to get demonetized. What's up, Leia? How's it going? You missed me editing my video, but that's okay because you're a channel member, so you'll see it. Actually, right now, is it done? Okay, it's done rendering. So now I got to upload that bad boy. So stay with me. I'm still here. I just got to switch tabs. You know what? Fuck it. I can show y'all me uploading a video. Why the hell not? I don't see the problem there. Let's go back here. All right, where's my video? Shakti. And then we can change the title because you can't save characters and all that shit when you're saving a file. Shakti really gets the crap end of a stick. ... Are those dots or those commas? I can't tell. I can't tell. Shakti Black Series Star Wars thumbnail YouTube recordings. Y'all get to see behind the scenes. Shakti, where is this one? This is what I want the thumbnail to be. That's what I want. That's what I'm going to get. Delete a couple of these. Usually the Spider-Man villain names. All right. Shakti, Attack of the Clones. Does anyone else talk when they type, or is it just me? We'll get rid of the shocker there. We don't need shocker. 504. Let's see. I don't need MCU. All right. Next. Now here is the key. Members only. Schedule for video will go live on Thursday. at 12 a.m. From private to public. Members only. Members only! So if you're not a channel member, I am an angry typer. But this keyboard is also very loud. So literally I could be just giving it little love pecks and it would be like all right. Eligible members with notifications turned on will be notified. So like half of you watching should get a notification once this is done uploading. But it won't be in 4K right away because it has to process. So I would say give it a cool 20 while we live stream. And I'm gonna be right back. Please don't leave. I need water. This is not water. This is not. By the way, did y'all see the new Mountain Dew cans and cases? They look a little weird. It's green, so it's a magical Mountain Dew can. I need water and I need to smoke a weed. I'll be right back. I'm back. I told you I'd be back. Whoa, more people in here now. Now I got glasses on. I'm in disguise. What's up, Denzens? Oh, Max, I drink like 2 monsters a day. That's what you should be worried about, not the sodas. But yeah, thank you for talking amongst yourselves while I was gone. I don't know if this video is up yet. Also, I think the wind just kind of, if y'all heard a loud slam, I've got the window open because it's gorgeous outside today. And I think the wind just kind of just slammed the door shut. Now I'd be coughing because I smoked weed, which is bad for you. Smoking is bad for you. Also, I missed a part of my hair, so pardon me. Oh, is it hot where anyone else is? Because it's been getting hotter and hotter, and I love it. I know Memorial Day's on Monday, so that means by next week, I'm going to be doing some tubing, and I'm super hyped for that. All right, what do we want to talk about? What should I got some time. It's so early. It's 12:30. I know ain't nobody streaming right now. It's really funny because right when I get off of work, displaying model behavior is streaming. And it's the complete opposite of what at my other job, because when I was in the middle of my shift at night, he would be live streaming, but now he's back in England. It's a 5-hour time difference. He's in the middle of his day when I'm getting out of work, which is when everyone else is waking up. So it's kind of funny. I don't know, it gets my day rolling. I'm like, I'm out of work. Dave's live streaming. That means I'm slacking. So what do I got to do? I got to go make my members only video and live stream it while I'm editing, which was really fun, actually. I think I did that once before, but it was for a shorter video. And I can actually see when I wear these, which is another big difference from 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago was crazy, y'all. A ghost hadn't slammed my door. I didn't get completely blazed. I didn't have a big jug of water. I wasn't wearing glasses. My hair was down. 5 minutes ago was crazy. I don't know. What else is there to talk about? How long have we been going? We've been going for an hour exactly. But you know what? It's Monday. So I ain't got shit to do. All right, let's talk about. So y'all back me up, okay? Because this is the dumbest shit ever. I swear to God. So if you pay $5 for something, like it doesn't matter how much it costs. If you yourself have only contributed $5 of your own money to something, regardless of whether it costs $59.99, and you used a gift card for $55, that was free, that you didn't pay for, that had no monetary attachment to it other than being used to pay for something. Did you not pay $5 for something? I don't know. Am I wrong? Because I'm still miffed about that, because 2 days ago, so 3 days ago actually, Maximum Hulk was $59.99 on Amazon. It was $60. The day after, it went up to $82.99. And the Figure Report had posted about that on Instagram, and I commented, "Wow, I'm glad I got mine when I did for $5." Someone's like, "How'd you get it for $5? What the hell?" And I was like, "Well, I used a gift card and I paid $5." And then someone else replied, "Well, that's pretty disingenuous, don't you think?" And I was like, "No, because I literally only paid $5. So how is that disingenuous?" And then, I'm excited about it because I wasn't going to get the Maximum Hulk. Well, Max, that's not fair because you're just salty about that. But you were trying to get me to buy a shitty female G.I. Joe that would just fall over on my shelf. So really, you're the bad guy here, because you were just going to let me buy that Coral knowing how much I hated that Retro Scarlet for her stupid feet. Let's not play the blame game here. But, then I posted on the Marvel Legends subreddit, which is a completely different ballgame. It's a bunch of fucking incels on that fucking website. I swear to God. But I got downvoted to shit for being like, yeah, I paid $5. And then when I explained to them that, hey, I did a medical study where they gave me money for free, $65, and I used 10 of it for a light and the rest for Maximum Hulk, then suddenly the upvotes started changing direction. But I had to literally say, oh, let me spell it out for you how I only paid $5. And even then, people were still mad about it. I don't know. It's silly. Tell me you're jealous without telling me you're jealous, because I wasn't even going to get the damn Maximum Hulk. Everyone's like, yo, it's processing. God, I hate my hair. It's so dry right now. People are like, it's processing on Big Bad Toy Store. And it's like, yeah, for $60. For $60 it's processing, so I don't give a shit. But then I was watching Max's stream, and he had some cool female G.I. Joes. And he had specifically the one from was she from the HasLab, Max? But that uses the Scarlet body. And I didn't know that Quarrel, because I was going to get the Quarrel and Falcon 2-pack, because I didn't have Falcon, and B, I wanted a new female Joe just because that's how I like to collect. I like cool female action figures. That's because I'm a girl. I like that. I don't know. Glenda, yes. But they all share the same base body as Retro Scarlet, which means that for whatever fucking reason, they all have those goddamn Retro Scarlet clown feet where the bottoms of her feet are fucking round or concave or fucking something. And it makes it so that she'll just be standing there and you'll look over and be like, "Hi, Scar," and she'll just fucking fall over. So I didn't want to deal with any more of that, especially now with the heat, because G.I. Joe plastic, when it gets hot, and it gets hot in the studio, the computer's in here, so that shit just likes to go whomp. So I didn't want I didn't want another G.I. Joe like that. So I canceled that, and then I looked and I saw Maximum Hulk $59.99. This was before it went up to $82. It's back down to $59.99, by the way, if you're wondering. Yeah, Talib, you got that fit. Well, I was salty that you got 50. I got it for 5. According to me. It doesn't matter. As long as we're happy with the figure, it doesn't matter what you got it for. Well, that's not true, because I paid I feel safe in saying it now. I paid like $70 for my Maximum Spider-Man because of the FOMO from Hasbro Pulse canceling my order, and then with shipping it was closer to 100 because you're not going to get free shipping on eBay on a brand new figure like that. So, right? But I feel like getting the Maximum Hulk for a $55 gift card and then $5 cash, we'll say it that way, is a better deal than Maximum Spider-Man. I got 5 on it. And I didn't really want Maximum Hulk until I was going to get him for $5. That's the thing. Because the only thing in that pack that interested me was the fact, not even the soft body, just the fact that he can do this and the Marvel versus Capcom head. Because what I'm going to do with that Maximum Hulk once I do my review is I'm going to take him, I'm going to put that slick back Marvel versus Capcom head on him. I'm going to stick him like this, and he's going to stay on my Marvel versus Capcom shelf. Not going to fucking touch him again. Because, and you know, when the SH Figuarts Hulk comes out, depending on how big it is, what the head sculpts look like, he may get kicked to the side. Well, regardless of how we feel about the Maximum Hulk, it is a slight update to the 20th or the 80th. So maybe that one at that point would get a downgrade from my shelf and move somewhere else. Because I want my Marvel versus Capcom shelf to be like import level stuff, you know, like the Mafexes. And I'm not saying Jade is import, but they're pretty close in quality. Wouldn't it be crazy if I just chugged this whole thing? I would probably die. I'm so thirsty. Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Thank you for reminding me, Smudge Customs. Okay, before we do that, hi Carl, what's up? Speaking of Marvel vs. Capcom, we so need Legends series for that. Where is my Legends Strider? Well, that's all tied up in licensing. Technically, Capcom is separate from Marvel, so there's a whole bunch of red tape that they would need to walk through. But so Diamond Select Toys, Diamond, what is it? Diamond Retailers or whatever, kaput, dunzo, no more. There is no more Diamond Select. A company, I forget, like Pop Selects, I don't know what it was called. They bought Diamond. People that worked there were hopeful. People that had pre-orders were hopeful that Annihilus and all that stuff would come out, but nope. They shuttered the doors. They took whatever assets they wanted, and it was the cheapest thing for them to do. I'm assuming as a company, as a business, to just write off the loss and sell what they can to make back the money, and then have all those licenses and shit and do whatever they want with it, because that's what happens when a company goes under. Anything that they are working on, anything license that they had, whoever buys the bankrupt company, I believe they get that stuff. And what this company decided to do was just be like, it's a better idea if we just shelve this shit entirely, which is fascinating to think about. But it's not the first time. God, my straps are all fucked up. I'm sorry. It's not the first time something like that has happened, because if you remember what Warner Brothers did with a couple of movies, they had the completely finished Batgirl movie, and they just completely, it's gone. Doesn't exist anymore. They burned it at the stake. Fuck, I love that movie. I need to do a stream talking about horror movies at some point. That Smile and Smile 2. Now, Smile is more like a slow burn, and you think that the person's going to get away from it, and you don't know. Smile 2 just threw all that shit out the back. Completely different movie, completely different vibe, completely different pace, but just as good, if not better. Smile 2, that ending, oh my god. Y'all haven't seen either of those movies, please. If y'all like horror in any capacity, and I think they're on Peacock, so if you watch wrestling, I think they're both streaming on Peacock. But you need to see those movies because they're traumatic, they're awful, they're horrifying, and they're amazing. And that's everything that you'd want in a horror movie, right? And yes, Diamond Select is definitely going through some shit. I have no experience. I have however long I've been buying figures as an adult. Oh no, that's not true. I have one Diamond Select. I have the Diamond Select Endgame Hulk. So I do have experience with that. But for me, it's too big. The paint apps are nowhere near, say, at least at that point, like a Marvel Legends or whatever, even from that time. Because I have the he's on my Endgame shelf, but I have the Smart Hulk Bath, and that head sculpt is so much better. It looks a lot. I'm getting like hiccups, all kinds of stuff going on. I need more water. So I was never that impressed with Diamond Select, and then I saw their Invincible stuff, where Mark is like kind of like ghost white, and there's no detail because they barely painted it. So, and I saw someone do a repaint where they like painted the inside of the mouth, gave him dimension and shading. It looked 1,000 times better. So I can't say that Diamond Select had this coming or whatever, but there's also the fact that Diamond Select was completely limited by the Marvel license. They weren't allowed to do certain types of articulation. They were only allowed to do 7-inch scale. They weren't allowed to include certain things, do certain characters. But they literally had a deal where it's like, you cannot compete with Marvel Legends articulation level. You cannot compete with so-and-so because Hasbro has dominated the Marvel toy license since they were Toy Biz. Because, you know, Hasbro bought Toy Biz. And then who made the, was it Kenner that made the Secret Wars toy line? I'm not old enough to remember, not that anyone who would remember that is old, but I'm just saying that wasn't my time period. So does anyone in here know who made the Marvel Superhero Secret Wars figures, by chance? Diamond Select is great for characters who are bigger, like Rhino. Yeah, they're it was Kenner. So, you know, Hasbro bought Kenner. Thank you, Max. So essentially, it's been Hasbro all along because they bought Kenner, they got Star Wars, they got Marvel, they bought Toy Biz, they got Marvel or whatever, you know. So Marvel has always had its Marvel license wrapped around its pinky because it's dependable. It's always been there. It's I don't know, you know, when Disney shook up things and bought Marvel and bought Star Wars, they did not change the license holder for their toys, and that's for a reason. It's because they no, Max is not old. 50 is the new 30. And 30 is the new 21. So I'm 21 now because I'm in my 30s, and Max is in his 30s now. So that would make the 40, everyone in their 40s and their 30s now. So, you know, that's just how it is. Stay a while and listen. I wasn't calling anyone old. I was just saying that I was not around during the 80s. I was not even a thought in the 80s because I was born at the back end of 1990, December 1990. So the math is indeed math. And yeah, you know, everybody gets pushed back about a decade or so because, well, I don't know about how healthcare will be here pretty soon. Oh, it fixed itself. Because, you know, life expectancy and all that stuff. And you know, there's a picture of Sean Connery and Timothy Chalamet at the same age, like I want to say, is he like 30 now? So like 30 something years old. And Sean Connery looks like 50 years old when he's 30 something. He aged like a fine wine. Just kidding. He aged like shit. If any of y'all have seen that Barbara Walters interview, I don't know if the man was trolling because it was pissing Barbara Walters off, but that was like, it's like infamous. So he's sitting there with Barbara Walters and she's like, do you think it's okay to slap a woman? He's like, well, if she mouths off enough, then I might pop her one. And she's like, well, you can't do that. And he's like, well, what if she likes it? You know, I don't know if he was joking or not. Yeah, sometimes you gotta give a woman a good slap. Junior, we named the dog Indiana. Let me see if I can fix this, because did it fix the focus? No, it did not. No, it did not. That's my Connery impression. No, I'm not going to play Gandalf. I don't know what this shit is. Give me League of Extraordinary Gentlemen instead. That movie will do well. I'm James Bond. Max, I think any woman would. If any woman heard you say that, you'd be the one getting slapped. I'm pretty sure. It doesn't matter if they know you or not. It doesn't matter if you're Sean Connery. Be like, what the fuck? Equal opportunity violence, motherfucker. That's how I feel. You know, these hands are equal opportunity. If you fuck with me, they're for everybody. There's enough to go around. Just saying. Well, Talib, you're the only one. I'm just kidding. But that movie, even as a kid, I was like, yo. I watched it like 15 times, but it made no sense to me. And I know the comic book is very, very well loved. And I'll just say I don't think that it's anything like the comic book, having not read the comic book. So it was definitely a fun movie at that age for me. But going back and trying to watch it now, I can't do it. I don't know why. No, the best worst movie ever is Troll 2. I don't. Please, someone tell me that they've seen Troll 2 at least once, because I've seen it at least 7 times. Oh man, it's the best. It is literally the best worst movie ever. There's not even a Troll 1. It was made so. All right, I want to talk about this movie because even if you know about it, I want to talk about it. I'm gonna do a bad movie live stream one day too. I don't know if it'll be by myself or if I'll have to find someone who also likes terrible bad movies. Did you just say the Swedish film Troll? No, Max, because the director of Troll 2 is Italian. He's a very serious filmmaker. He's an auteur, at least according to him. Hired a dentist to play the father. Bunch of terrible actors. A guy with literal diagnosed schizophrenia who was kind of violent on set. Just didn't speak a lick of English either. It was him and his wife. I know nothing about it except singing killed my grandma. Singing killed my grandma! They're eating her, and then they're going to eat me! Oh my god! Listen, Troll 2, if you have not seen it, fuck, alright, y'all making me do things. I'm gonna bring up a trailer. And just from seeing this trailer, you are going to want to find this gem of a shitty-ass fucking movie. And you are going to want to watch it. I guarantee you. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but you don't need to hear it to understand how amazing this movie is. Here we go.
Sorry, we had a small mishap.
I love this movie. That was the guy that was super violent with the straw hat and the weird face.
You're telling the same story, Josh?
There's no Troll 1.
Powers of evil are very strong here. I must leave.
It's so good.
Goblins don't exist. Goblins don't exist.
Yeah, and they're not even called trolls in the movie. They're called goblins. The town's called Nilbog. It's goblin backwards. Oh my god. is he's a tree. So they turn people into plants because they're vegetarians so they can eat them. That's the plot of this movie. Instead of just eating plants, they turn people into plants. Makes sense, right? Oh, it's much worse. Hell yeah. Well, it's time for a rewatch, Max. Fuck, maybe I'll have to do a watch party live stream where we watch this shit live. I'll have to figure out how to do that. Bro's on fire. Oh shit. Please go watch this shit. Or just go buy the Blu-ray. And they even included Troll, which has nothing to do with it. That's so funny. Ah, good times watching that terrible, terrible movie. A goth chick is hot. A goth chick? Any goth chick is hot. Do it on Discord. Yeah, but that defeats the purpose of doing it on YouTube. I'll figure it out if I want to do that. I think it'd be a good idea. I think it'd be fun because if you have not seen this movie, it's definitely. Oh, hey, look, I'm live on YouTube. Where's my members only video? Where is that? I'm trying to see. I want to see if it's up. Where is it? There it is. 2 views. 2 views. So that means after this live stream's over here in a couple minutes, everyone who's a channel member is going to go watch my Shock T video, right? Because I'm going to wrap up here pretty soon. We've been going for almost an hour and a half, which is crazy. I just was like, let me come on here and edit a video. But nope, it turned into a whole thing, which is fine. All right, Smudge. Like I said, I'm going to hop off here pretty soon. Appreciate you hanging out. Let's see what's coming up. Let me see what's coming up here on my channel. So on Tuesday, because I already did my Morbius video, on Tuesday we have the video for this guy going up, the Fresh Monkey Big Bad Toy Store Naughty or Nice Santa, because I can't wait all the way to December to release this video. Like, what the fuck? I would look so different. The world would be different. Like, maybe we may not even be here in December. So I was like, I just need to release that video. So that's going up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Indeed, Santa. I don't even celebrate Christmas but Santa action figure. And I do celebrate Christmas because my girlfriend does, but I don't celebrate Christmas. You know what I mean? I'm more of a winter solstice type of person. More of a Yule type of person, you know, pagan shit. That's much cooler in my opinion. Christmas came early and it's not very nice. Start to a summertime Christmas horror movie. And after that, next Tuesday, for everybody, this isn't members first. For some reason, it's already got 5 likes, which that's weird. It isn't even up yet. We've got the Super Mario movies Bowser, which I found at Ross for like $15. It's a pretty cool figure. I got him because I'm trying to build a Super Smash Brothers shelf. We'll see how that goes. But he's a cool figure. He like shoots flames. It's actually just fog shooting out of his mouth. And then June 3rd, see, I'm scheduled out. I like to be scheduled out. I like to have stuff planned. Is the Void Wave Namor, because I needed a Namor for my Cabal, and I went into Ollie's, and I got a longboard for $20, and then I got Namor for $10, which I would say is a pretty good deal. And then June 10th is, what is that, Tuesday, Wednesday? Okay. June 10th is, so I'm essentially telling you how June is going to go, because June is going to be crazy. I forgot to say that before all this. Well, no, before we get to June 10th. Displaying Model Behavior, live stream, members only, Saturday, May 31st at 1 p.m. So mark your calendar books. Make sure that you are a channel member. Then we got the Namor video going up that Tuesday. After that, the 3rd. And then the 10th, I did a video on Bucky Cap, the new one, because I got him and I never did a video on him, and he's worth doing a video on. It's a great Marvel Legends update, a great figure. And there's gonna be a lot more of that. There's gonna be a lot more of going back and being like, what did I get before I had my channel? What did I get and not do a review on? And I'm gonna do those for Tuesdays, because I can't be going out and buying figures all the time in this economy anymore. Like, it's time to crack down. It's time to start working and making money. By the way, I've almost reached the cash out threshold for my first YouTube payment, which is pretty crazy. I'm like $15 away. That's wild that I'm making money off of YouTube, but it's because of y'all from super chats and memberships. So I really appreciate it. That will go into improving my channel. I think the first thing I want to do with like the membership money is set some aside to start saving for a webcam that'll do 4K. So I look worse than I do now, essentially, because I don't know. I want a better fidelity. I want it to look like my intros did when I was filming them with my 4K camera. So that's what a chunk of my first YouTube payout will be for. So once we hit that, that'll be really cool. I'll set up a savings somewhere specifically for YouTube stuff. I'll get a webcam. And I also want to set up, I want to figure out how to do gaming streams, because that's also free content. Because I want to do a Doom the Dark Ages playthrough, because I love me some Doom. Doom is fucking sick. Well, I try to, it's so crazy to me that and we're probably gonna hit the Retro Venom giveaway in the next month or two, because that's at 3,500 and we're at 3419 the last time I checked. So wow, what the fuck? How the fuck do I have even 1,000 subscribers, let alone 3,000? Yeah, 3419 plus 84 in the last 28 days. That's insane. That means people click my channel, they like what they see, and they subscribe. And that's all I've ever wanted. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to make it worth it for channel members. I'm trying to branch out. I feel like interviewing, not so much even like a lot of people talk to toy companies. Like, they talk to the head of a company, they talk to the CEO, they talk to and this is nothing against talking to people that are in the actual toy industry, but I want to know more about my fellow YouTubers, my fellow toy collectors. So I want to interview people. Like, I've been trying for like 2 months to reach out to Robo. Robo don't know. For fucking 2 months I've been trying. I messaged him on Instagram one time. I commented on one of his videos, one of his videos on YouTube like last month, saying, "Hey, I'd love to do an interview. I'd love to talk for a little bit, blah blah blah, if you have some time." And then I commented on one of his Instagram posts the other day. I know he's busy. I just really, really, really want to talk to Robo, because he does awesome custom figures, and I really like painting and working on figures and all that stuff. So like, there's overlap with the people that I want to talk to. It's not just because it's a big creator and they're up on this pedestal. Yes, there's people that inspire me. There's people I look up to as creators. D Amazing is a big one. And to have him as my first interview on this channel was such an honor. I know he's a very modest person and he doesn't see himself as a big YouTuber, but he is a big YouTuber. He's an awesome guy. I asked Abby, and he also has trouble getting a hold of Robo because Robo is very busy. I feel like the best chance to maybe get the chance to ask Robo something is to run into him at a con. But he also lives, I think, in Arkansas. So yeah, Robo is a very cool dude based on all the information I've gathered. And man, why are people going to call Robo and D Amazing of all people shills, man? No, Robo doesn't give a shit if the toy is bad because he will sit there for fucking weeks on end tweaking it and fixing it and making it his version of what he wants. That's what he does. Yes, he collects toys. He likes the Star Wars Black Series, but he's a customizer. That's his thing. The best videos that Robo does are his weekly make a comment about early 90s wrestling. It will catch his attention. So someone give me some early 90s wrestling information. I was watching wrestling in the 2000s. It's not even a collab. I just want to interview him. I don't see that. I don't see that as a collaboration. Me getting someone on my channel and having them on there to talk, I see that as an opportunity to learn from someone who I admire. I don't see it as a collaboration because the only thing I'm trying to gain from that is knowledge and have my viewers be able to ask questions. And maybe it's a little gloating with Dave. I'm just kidding. I would consider Dave my friend. So I think he was just like, yeah, you're my friend, Riley. I'll come on your stream and you can interview me. So that's how I see that. But I also look up to him as well because I wouldn't be live streaming right now if it wasn't for Dave from Displaying Model Behavior and also Abby here because I hadn't gone live on camera until WCW until Abby's Figure Fight Club open mic nights, and he invited me to come on Sorry. And this is the greatest thing about YouTube. You meet so many people just by jumping into someone else's stream. And I didn't used to do that. It started with Dave. I would watch his videos. I'd comment on his videos. But that's not how you get to interact with somebody. And that's why I like live streaming as well. So, I started going to his live streams. And I started talking and interacting. And sooner or later, he started recognizing me. And he's like, oh, yeah. And now I'm officially Displaying Model Behavior's channel gremlin because I'm always there. And that's because I not only enjoy Dave, but I enjoy his community. There's a lot of great people there. And a lot of people that are in my community now are cross-pollinated from Dave's community. And that's one of the best things about being a toy YouTuber is meeting new groups of people, bringing in new groups of people, and sending groups of people to your friends' channels. So you all get this just sense of community and friendship. And there's some people that don't like the word community, but that's really what it is. Every single YouTube channel, whether you have 15 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 1,000,000 subscribers, you have people that are watching you. You have a dedicated community. Why aren't you going, Kelly? I didn't go to my own graduation, so I get it. But why not? Talk to me. Let us know, Kelby. I'm sorry if I said Kelly. I didn't mean to. Yeah, I hadn't done it before. I don't know. I didn't feel like it was something people wanted. I didn't feel like people wanted anything more from me other than my reviews and my figures, which is contained and edited and cut down, and not this, which is just me fucking talking, which I've been doing for I said I was going to stop at an hour and a half, but we're still going. So I didn't think that live streaming was something that I would be doing. But I also never thought that I would have the opportunity to talk to D Amazing one-on-one for an hour, which is insane. And it's not even because, listen, that's not because of who I am, because I have a channel whatsoever. That's because D is a great guy. And if you ask him to come on your channel and it works out with the timing, he will do it. Not because, and I'm sure he had to at least look at my content to make sure I wasn't some weirdo, or I wasn't going to jump him or something with some questions that were bad or whatever. But, he genuinely wanted to talk about photography and mostly Warhammer, which was fine because I asked him to come on my channel to talk about photography. And I asked him the questions about Warhammer because I did a little snooping. I was watching his story. I was like, I know he does Warhammer videos, but goddamn, I didn't know he liked Warhammer like this. So there went one of my questions. So I like doing that. So I have a whole set of questions for Dave. I had a whole separate set of questions for Frankie. Ayo Frankie. So go check out his channel too. Well, you missed me editing a video earlier. And I also told Max and Shane, I use DaVinci Resolve. It's free. It's on version 19 right now. It's so easy. I can do it. So it's easy. What's up, friendly neighborhood stop motion? How's it going? I got the new DC Multiverse Bizarro and James Gordon. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm not a McFarlane person, but if they make you happy, that's good. So I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you got some toys. But yeah, so like without Avi, without Dave, I wouldn't be live streaming right now because I'm an introvert. I'm not an extrovert. I'm not someone who goes out and talks to people, who runs up and says, hi, that's not me. Hi, CJ. Still going for a little bit, so I don't know when I'm going to end at this point. We're just going. Thank you. I appreciate it, Richard. And so that was my first interview, and there was a couple of kinks. Like I felt like I talked too much. I felt like I interrupted when I shouldn't have a couple of times. I feel like with Dave and Frankie also, I did a great job of keeping balance there. I asked the questions. I interjected a few times when I felt it was relevant or it was appropriate, and then I shut up. And I was really nervous when it came to D-Amazing, so it was mostly just, but by the end of it, I felt I started to get into the flow. So I feel like as good as the D-Amazing one, and he was perfect. It was not, but on my end, I could have done better. So when it comes to Dave on the displaying model behavior interview, I already know him. Like we talk, we message on Instagram. Like I'll send him toy news or whatever, or some memes or shit, and vice versa. So we talk. I know him. I'm not going to be nervous. I mean, yes, I'm going to be nervous, but it won't be me being like, D-Amazing is here. Which I shouldn't have been like that because he's such a chill dude. He's awesome. We talked for 30 minutes after the stream. It's great. Hopefully we can hook up at one of the cons and hang out and talk in person. I don't know if he's in the area, and I told him about Maryland Toy Expo, but he's so busy. I don't know if he's going to go. But yeah, I'm really, 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 really looking forward to the displaying model behavior interview. I've been pestering that poor man for like 2 months, no longer than that, like 3 months, to come on my channel for an interview. Now wore him down. So no, he's excited. I know he's excited because he doesn't normally do that. Normally he's the one that has to get the subject and topic going. For this, I just have to ask him questions and he just has to answer, which will be a nice change of pace. And he won't be the one dealing with the chat. I will be, but my chat is a lot slower, a lot less crazy than his, because he's got like, anywhere from 50 to over 100 people watching live at sometimes. Getting Filmora. Movalia was the biggest waste of money I ever spent. Don't waste money on editing software. Use DaVinci Resolve. I'm telling you, it's so easy. Every single one of my YouTube videos from like 2022 onwards has been using DaVinci Resolve. So, and yeah, just treat it like shooting the breeze. I'm just a leaf on the wind. I want to nerd out with D again on Transformers. Achievement unlock, getting that he collects them. Yeah, he collects a lot of stuff. Mostly Warhammer. No drama, no criticism on what you like, just fun. Yes, and he's also a very awesome and open and accepting person, and that's what we need in this community. We don't need exclusion. Well, some people should definitely be excluded. I'll say that. There's been a couple people I've warned him about in his chats because he doesn't have moderators. Bless his heart. He doesn't really need them because you know what? Dave is such a positive guy that for the most part, any of the drama is not directed at him. It's in the chat between some shithead and the rest of the chat being like, you're an asshole. Shut up. Don't say that shit. And good old Dave is just doing the live stream, and we have to be like, hey, could you give this person a timeout? And he'll do it because he'll see what's going on. Like, oh shit, well, that's not the vibe we want. And he won't speak on it. He'll just shoo them away for a while. And he, bless his heart, he doesn't even want to block anybody. He's a great guy. He's just, I sing his praises so much because he's a big inspiration to me. I wish I could be as positive as that when it comes to my hobby, but I get so worked up about shit. And that's partially why my name is Rowdy Riles. Like, I could have been like something cutesy or whatever, but no, we get rambunctious, we get rowdy, we get a little lively. So Rowdy Riles is the most fitting username for me. And it took me a long time to get to it, but I really think it does. I don't like bully channels, and they're out there. Yeah, and I don't like channels that claim to be fans of things and then just shit all over it. And you know, he's friends with other people, and everyone's allowed their opinions and stuff. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. I appreciate that. I wouldn't say I'm a natural because it took me a long time to focus, please. There we go. It took me a long time to find my groove as far as with how I edit these videos, because not only that, just my upload schedule, there's a whole bunch, but yes, I do appreciate it. I'm trying my best to do better. I'm trying to bring awesome things to the channel for all of y'all, because this is my baby. This is other than my partner and my cats and my, obviously my personal life, this is the thing that's most important to me, because I built this myself. Up until like December of last year, I was in my own oasis in the toy collecting community. I didn't interact with anybody other than, you know, my commenters. And even then, I was scared to reply other than like a like and a heart to a lot of people, because I didn't want to sound stupid. I didn't want to sound awkward or cringy. All right, Max, it's good to see you. And don't worry about my sub count. Worry about your sub count. I'll get to 4,000 eventually. And when I do, I'm giving away a Mafex Spider-Man. So, but like I said, I was in my own little corner. Not because there's not bigger communities out there, not because I didn't know of other toy collectors, but because I was simply by myself. I'm a loner. I'm a shut-in. I like to go home, smoke weed, chill out, play video games. I do like to go hiking. I do like to go outside and be active as well. But for relaxing, as crazy as it is, sitting here on a live stream is pretty relaxing for me. If it's not an interview, if it's just me jumping on and talking for almost 2 hours at this point. This is my longest live stream, I believe, which is weird because this was nothing. It was just me editing. But there's people watching, so obviously some stuff is clicking, I guess. And I don't, I don't despise anybody. I don't hate anyone for their opinions. I just don't like when opinions differ and then someone uses that to attack somebody. I can watch someone's McFarlane Batman review who genuinely enjoy it and isn't doing it for like the views, like, because you can tell when someone is, that's the other thing, you can tell when someone is doing YouTube not because it's what they want to do. So there's this, and I don't know if I'm right, and I don't want to call her out, but there's this super attractive female toy collector who's been on YouTube for a couple months, and she just, it doesn't seem like she knows anything about the toys that she so supposedly collects. And I don't know if that's me just judging someone from the outside, but it when you have a channel that's a couple months old and you're super attractive and you got your boobs out, you got your makeup done up, and you're talking about toys, it's stupid and it sucks. But a lot of your base isn't there for the toys. They're there for the show, you know? And if I had watched her videos and been like, huh, she knows her shit, I wouldn't be saying this. And I don't even know what her channel is. I don't know what she's called. I just, but I don't personally dislike her because I don't know. But her shit is very scripted. It seems like she's reading something that someone wrote for her, talking about Transformers and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's like you can tell when people aren't being genuine is what I'm trying to say. So there's not a lot of that in the toy community, but it does happen. And yes, I do think the word shill is used too much because you can genuinely like a toy line and genuinely be all in on a toy line and like every single release and not be a shill. It may be because you're clueless. It may be because that's exactly what you want. Or it may be because you like the fucking colors. I don't know. There's genuine reasons for people to like one certain toy line that everyone hates or people bag on or say, why do you still collect this? Why haven't you moved on to this? And it doesn't make you a shell. It just means you like it. I like Marvel Legends, but when I get a bad Marvel Legend or I think they're doing reuse, you know what I do? I get on here and I talk about it with y'all because I'm not a shill. I'm a Marvel Legends collector. And I didn't even want to be a Marvel Legends collector. I just like Marvel comics. And Hasbro is the one that makes all the comic book characters. So if I'm buying all these characters and I genuinely enjoy them and they have a place on my shelf and I genuinely look at them more than once a week, does that make me a shill? I don't think so. And yeah, I think that's very true. Scalper is another word. You can buy a toy for yourself and a friend of a friend and not be a scalper. You can go to a con with your buddy and you want an army build and it's limited to, and your buddy only wants one, and you can get your buddy to get two and give the one extra to you, and you're not a scalper. Now, here's an example of a scalper. So places like Best Buy and all that stuff, they have these Pokemon vending card machines that they will put the new releases in. And you will have people, first thing in the morning, they will go to that machine and they will drain it dry. They will drop $1,000 and take out every box in there. That's a scalper because that's artificial scarcity. You're buying all of one product simply to resell it. That's what scalpers do. They don't buy one or two extras. They're buying all of it. And they're not selling it for $1 or $2 more. All those listings on eBay that people buy because of FOMO, cards, action figures, all this shit that is twice, quadruple the price, that problem would go away. And I've done this before too. If we didn't buy it, people would not go in and bulk in and wipe out the entire inventory if they didn't sell this shit. Those are scalpers. The person wanting one extra from a con exclusive or getting a couple extra for their friends because there's 5 there, that's not a scalper. That's a toy collector helping toy collectors. So yes, Talib, I agree. Scalper is also way overused, and shill is another thing. Like, I don't want to see anyone calling D Amazing or Robo a shill because they're not a shill. They're not shills. One of them has a fucking job. D Amazing, he has a job, and he does that job well. And no matter what he does, if he doesn't talk about the figures, if he does talk about the figures, he can't fucking win. It's like, oh, you're talking about Mezco, you're a shill. You're not talking about enough Mezco. Why don't you talk about them? You work for them. So fuck what they say. That's not shill behavior. If you're trying to listen to your base, even though what they're saying is fucking horseshit, that doesn't make you a shill. There's one person that comes to mind out of all the YouTubers in this general space that comes to mind when the word shill is tossed out. And I'm only saying this because I asked them on their video, I commented, I said, hey, why are you reviewing this re-released Spider-Man Far From Home figure? It's been re-released 5 times. Why are you buying this figure, quote unquote buying, because they didn't buy it. I know they didn't buy it because they're reviewing it. Why are you reviewing this 5-year-old figure re-released 5 times? How old is No Way Home or Far From Home? That came out in what, 2020? No. 2019? I don't know. But I asked him, I said, why are you reviewing this figure? Oh, because it's a new figure it's a new Marvel Legends figure. No, the correct answer is because I'm a shill and Hasbro sent it to me and told me to review it. That's the correct answer. MCU collector. Sorry, I coughed. I don't know what was in my chest or something right there, but that's a shill. If you want to call anybody a shill, call that dude a shill. I don't follow him. He's hidden from my suggested videos. After that shit, he's a fucking shill. And I don't give a shit about drama, so I ain't gonna make a video or anything. But that is 100% shill behavior. You're like making a 10-minute review on a pinned, no butterfly joint. I fucked up the camera. Figure from a movie from 5 or 6 years ago. That's a fucking shill. That's the one shill I know of. People like to call Dan Hu a shill. I don't think he's a shill. I think he's opinionated. But I think he has enough grievances with stuff to be like, okay, if Hasbro was giving him all this shit for free, he wouldn't call him out for some of this stuff. And I've only seen a few Dan Hu videos, and I've only been in a couple of his live streams. And I like the guy. He's fine. I haven't seen any of that type of behavior. So the only acceptable answer for who is a shill YouTube toy collector, in my opinion, that I've seen is that one person. That's a shill. That is the straight up definition of a shill. And if they ever want to fucking call me out for calling them a shill, I will get on a live stream and we can talk about it. We can talk about why they replied to my comment saying it's a new Spider-Man figure, so I had to review it. No, motherfucker. That thing is 6 years old. That thing is in elementary school already. Oh, man. We talked about it a lot in this stream. And that's what I'm saying. He doesn't just like everything. He loves everything. He loves everything because he wants to continue to get free shit from Hasbro. I don't think that I'm sure here or there some of these reviewers get stuff, but there's generally when you see a YouTuber like when Dan Larson, who people have called a shill, the man talks about toy history. He doesn't even fucking do toy reviews. He used to, but he doesn't. He talks about fucking SWAT Cats and Mighty Max and My Little Pony and G.I. Joe and all this shit. He's not showing you stuff to buy. He's showing you stuff from the past. But Dan Larson has complaints about that stuff. Don't call these people shills. That's his job. His job is Secret Galaxy, you know? That's his fucking job. It's what he does. And he's good at it. So, you know, I was watching a couple of Mattel doll reviews, and that dude was 100% under the company thumb, but that stuff doesn't overlap with action figure viewers too much. Yeah, and like, you know, there's shills in every kind of business. All right. We're coming up on 2 hours. Don't know how or why, but I'm going to wrap it up because I need to go get trash bags. I need to get Monster, and I need to go get a case of water. Is that all I need? need to be prepared for work tomorrow. So, by Hasbro Hypnotoad. That's what a show would do. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Members, go check out my Shakti video that you watched me edit if you were here earlier in the stream. Like this live stream. Subscribe if you're just watching and it's your first time checking in and you've just been watching the whole time. Make sure you enter my Retro Venom giveaway. Just hit like on the video and comment, and then you're entered as long as you're a subscriber, and I'll know if you're not subscribed. So yeah, love y'all. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.